Okay, hi everybody. Back in my studio here to give you a little follow-up video about piecing your squares together. Thank you to Judy for that amazing video about stitching and how to sew a seam by hand, which is actually a very handy thing to be able to know how to do. Okay, so what I want to do now is, well, first of all, I hope that you're all okay, and I just want to say hi to you and hope you're hanging in there and finding some kind of solace in stitching, which is very therapeutic, I think. Okay, so I want to just go over some things with you about piecing your work together. I also wearing a very fetching new jacket. I wanted to show you these are the things we get excited about when we're in social isolation. I realized how much I enjoy actually getting up and getting dressed to go to my job. So anyway, that's a little bit of excitement that I'm feeling for my jacket. Okay, so back to the task at hand. All right, so I wanted to remind you that when you're sewing things together, and Judy showed you this when we were all back together in Abu Dhabi when she pieced the quilt together, but I just wanted to remind you that, so like this is the good side of my applique, right? And here's another good side. This is the up facing or outward facing side. When you're sewing your seam together, of course, you put the two good sides together, like a sandwich where all of the good stuff, the peanut butter and jelly or whatever, is inside here facing each other. And so it's here where you're going to do your sewing in the way that Judy demonstrated to you. But how do you get 4 squares together? First, put 2 squares together how you want them. Then when it's sewn, you open it up. If you have access to an iron, you take this iron and you open up your seam, you press it open on the back, okay? So then you end up having this long strip, right, of 2 squares that are together. What you then do is put it aside and take your next 2 squares. Just imagine this is applique, and then this is another piece of fabric that I have. By the way, this is beautiful, isn't it? This is a hand-woven piece of cloth and hand-dyed with natural dyes from, this is actually from Tamil Nadu, from the south of India. I just think it's a beautiful piece of cloth. I've been holding on to it for years and haven't done anything with it. But so anyway, just for the purposes of this demo, and I brought it from Abu Dhabi with me for some reason. I have no idea why. I suppose I intend to use it here. I don't know. Okay, so then you take your other 2 squares and you do the same. You line them up how you want them. Again, the good sides facing together. And again, here is your seam that you're going to sew. So then you open that up, press it out, and you end up having 2 strips. So then logically, of course, what you do next is you take your 2 strips and you face them together. I just want to see if you can imagine what this would be like. I'm gonna change the camera angle. Ooh, can I do this? Okay, so you see here, then the top and the bottom would be what you're gonna sew next. See if I can show you how that's gonna make sense. That this seam would be pressed open, and then it's across here that you're gonna stitch. And what's important is that your 4 corners meet together, because it's so rewarding to have that nice 4-corner meeting in the center of a 4-square top. So I recommend actually beginning your stitch here, sewing out to the end, and then the other way, begin here and sew out to the end, so that if there's any abnormalities in the size or anomalies in the size, that it won't affect those 4 corners meeting all together. So I hope that I've made some sense and that you enjoy this process. Please check in with each other if you didn't get it. If somebody really got it and they understand exactly how to do it, I recommend get on classes and write an email that advertises that you know what's going on and you're happy to demo somebody else using Zoom or Skype or whatever, okay? Okay, I'm gonna sign off now, and there's another video coming which sets up the readings for this week, but that's it for now. And again, I miss you all, and I hope that you're doing all right. Okay, bye.